Hi, I'd like to talk today about freedom. Now, freedom has many aspects. You can be uh, free or not in prison. You can be free inside yourself. You can feel in prison. Uh, it's quite interesting. Today I had a very interesting experience that made me think. Now, I was having a coffee in a coffee shop with Bella, and I saw a group of policemen. They were getting their takeaway, and they were there with their uniforms and all dressed up with full of gadgets all over. And I was observing, when you have a dog, you really know people who likes dog or have a dog. Then you could see, you see one of them, he was looking at the dog, and he looked like he was craving to come and pet the dog or something, or ask something about the dog. But I felt that he shouldn't. Now, and I was observing, and he has a lot of gadgets, and the kids come and ask her, "What's that? And what is that?" And I'm this situation. I'm a big kid as well. I really like to look at all those gadgets on his body, but I didn't feel comfortable to do that. I don't think that, I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I don't feel comfortable to be staring to a policeman. And I felt them in relationship to the other people sit down in the coffee shop. It's like there is a barrier. They were in their own prison. I was in my own prison. They were inside the uniform, and I feel that if they are not the uniform, probably one of them would come definitely and pet the dog and have a chat about that. And I was observing again. I started to pay attention. People walking. Then I saw this group of ladies coming. They were looking pretty similar, with most of them with some sort of body alteration, and I look like they were also trying to fit in to be similar look, that you like. They were very similar treated, and not they were similar physically, but they were similar treated. And one of them looked at the dog and almost lost that composure, and then came back and passed by. And I was observing, that's interesting. And suddenly came a couple. They crossed the road. They were going somewhere, but they changed a little bit and came. Wow, this amazing dog, such a gorgeous dog, and pet the dog and talk to me. And they, after I have to go to work, and they left and they were talking, and I was observing the body expression. I was observing the policemen first. They were like, no, their hands down. They would bring their hand to their cheek and talk and be very. I didn't see much movement. And the other ladies, as they passed, the same thing. They have their arms down, carrying a bag. And then I remember those couple that came and talk about the dog, how they adjusted their movement. And I kept thinking about that, and I thought that about a game, no, a soccer game or football or basketball, when they score and they jump around in the whole audience, and jump around and they celebrate, and it's so much arm movement and body expression. And the conclusion is, for me, that freedom is body expression. And it's quite amazing. Then I start to think, bring it back to dance, that's my field, that one thing that really excited me when I'm teaching, mainly beginners, I love teaching when people are starting, how they have their arm crossed or their arm down, and every chance they would cross the arm. And I always have this challenge within myself. I want to see how long it's going to take for that person to uncross the arm first. Yeah, and it's quite amazing to see some people do that in the first half an hour of class, and people the entire class, and people take days for them to come to class and do not be like that anymore. And you don't see anyone that is happy, is excited, doing body movement and gestures and everything. What the conclusion of that? See, the Chinese say something really interesting. If you are not, if you are feeling temporarily really bad, if you do this gesture, excites you. Now, the excitement produce a gesture or a body movement. The same way, if you produce that body movement, that will bring you some feeling. It means the feeling, normal feeling, will bring some excitement. You score a goal, yeah, I did, but suddenly you're a little bit like that. If you do the gesture excitement, doesn't mean that I'm going to score a goal, but it brings you some excitement. Does it make sense? Then that's one amazing reason for people to come and learn to dance. People learn to express themselves via gesture, via dance, will help them along their life be more expressive. Now, I saw a lecture of a person specialized in communication say that 80% of our communication comes from the body movement more than what we say. Then, guys, learn to dance is an amazing thing, is bring you freedom. Now, my definition is freedom is we are as free as, or we are free up to other people's freedom start. It means our freedom go as far as other people's freedom starts. Then is when I'm going to have another talk sometimes about in dance leading and following, and it's about freedom. Now, until now, I see you in the dance floor, and thank you for listening.